Hello Year 12 and welcome to our next video here on Graphs and Equations. We're looking at a review of translations and reflections here. We have done this before, we're going to have a look at it again, just as a reminder. So a translation, we are moving our graph to the left or right, up or down. To move it h units to the right, we replace x with an x minus h. To move it k units up, we replace y with y minus k. Okay. To reflect in the x-axis, we replace x with with a negative x, and to reflect it in the x-axis, we replace y with negative y. If I reflect it in the x and y-axis, if I do both of those transformations, then I essentially rotate it 180 degrees about the origin. Now, let's have a look here. X squared plus y squared equals 9 is a circle. That's sort of a circle, with a radius of 3 centred at the origin. Y here, x here, 3, 3, negative 3 and negative 3. Okay, that's going to be our reference point for this function, or relation as it is. Now, here you can see I've got a negative 3 and a plus 4. So I'm moving this graph 3 units to the right and 4 units down. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. 3 units to the right, given it's got a radius of 3, means I'll have a tangent here now on the y-axis. And 4 units down means it's going to avoid the x-axis altogether. My centre is at 3, negative 4, and I've got a little tangent here at negative 4. Okay, so that's 2 translations, 3 to the right and 4 down. Now over here, I in fact have 4 transformations going on. I'm translating it up, down, up and across, or up, down, and left and right, as well as reflecting it both because I've changed the sign of the x and y's. So, if we like, if I move it 3 units, right, the negative 3 is going to move it 3 units to the right, and then the negative x flips it over. Right, so imagine that I've moved my circle 3 units to the right, as I did in example B, but then I take the mirror image about the y-axis. So now my centre is at negative 3. Similarly, I'm going to move my, my circle. There's essentially a plus 4 there, so I move it 4 units down, but then reflect it. Right, then reflect it in the x-axis. So I have moved it 3 units to the right and 4 units down, just as before, but then I have essentially reflected it in the x and y axes. So now it's going to look like this. That's my y-axis. That's my x-axis. Right, 4 here, centre at negative 3, 4. Rightio, translations and reflections. We have seen them before, we will see them again. They can make it much easier to sketch these things if we can revert some fairly complicated looking function into a standard form and then recognise a number of transformations from there. Okay, if you've got any questions, make sure you ask me in class. See you there.